Good morning, class 4. Today we will start a new chapter, chapter 5, our body, food and digestion. So all of you take out your science book, which is Millennium Science for Juniors 4, and the publication is Millennium Book Source Private Limited. All of you open page number 39, chapter 5. Our body, food and digestion. Now let's see which topics we will cover in this chapter. Introduction, importance of food, components of food, carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, roughage, water, preparation of food, raw food, cooked food, different ways of cooking, then food preservation, freezing, boiling, salting, sweetening, dehydration and canning. And after that, journey of food in our body. Okay, now let's start the chapter. Our body needs energy for performing many daily activities. We get this energy from food. Food contains many nutrients which help our body to grow and repair itself and also keep us fit and healthy. The 5 important nutrients required by our body are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and minerals. Our body needs energy just to perform our daily life activities, just like running, walking, swimming, jumping. Okay, so our body needs energy just to perform these activities. And from where we get this energy? We get this energy from food, and our food contains many nutrients. There are many nutrients which helps our body to grow and repair itself. They also keep us fit and healthy. There are basically 5 important nutrients which are required by our body are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, vitamins. Okay. Now, food also contains roughage and water, which do not give us energy but are important for digesting the food. The nutrients are found in different quantities in food items. That is why we need to include a variety of food items in our meals. We eat food items like wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, pulses, meat, fish and eggs to obtain all these nutrients. Now, as our food contains proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals and vitamins, like that only our food contains roughage and water also. Okay, now roughage and water does not give any energy to us, but they are very important for us just to digest our food, because the roughage and water helps to digest the food. Okay, now the nutrients which are found in different types of food, they are different in quantity. Okay, as we get good number of protein or a high number of protein in milk. Okay, like that. So as the number as the quality or the food item will change, the quantity of nutrients will also change in that food item. Okay, like milk is a complete food for us because it contains carbohydrates also, fats also, proteins also, vitamins also and minerals also. Okay, and chapatis or dals, they all contains, there is they are rich in protein. Okay, they are rich in carbohydrates, they are rich in proteins and carbohydrates. So like that only, there are some other foods which are rich in other nutrients. Okay, that is why we need to include a variety of food. That is why we want a variety of food items in our meals. Okay, that's why we include. We does not eat every day dal or chapati for the whole day, right? In the breakfast also we are taking a dal, in lunch also we are taking dal, and at dinner also. Okay, so we want type variety of food items in our meals. Now we eat food items like wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, pulses, meat, fish, eggs to obtain all these nutrients. Yes, we eat, like there are so many food items like wheat, rice, vegetables, fruits, pulses, meat, fish and eggs, which helps us to obtain all these nutrients. Now let us study about the 5 important nutrients. Now let's study about the 5 nutrients, which are proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vitamins and proteins. Now turn to the page number 40. Now components of food. Carbohydrates. Carbohydrates give us energy to work, play, walk, study, etc. They are also known as energy giving foods. People doing more physical work need more carbohydrates. Sugar and starch are the 2 types of carbohydrates. Food items like rice, wheat, bread, potatoes and sugar contain carbohydrates. Yes, what does the carbohydrates do? Carbohydrates give us energy just to work, to play, to walk, to study and to do many more activities. Okay, so carbohydrates are also known as energy giving foods because it provides us energy to walk, to play, to dance, to walk, to jump, to study, to skip. Okay, now people doing more physical work need more carbohydrates. The ones or the pupils who do more physical work, like the sports persons, they play, so they are doing a physical work, or the students like you all, so you all study, that's why you also want the carbohydrates which will provide you the energy just to study. Okay, so the people who are doing physical work, they need carbohydrates. Sugar and starch are the 2 types of carbohydrates. There are basically 2 types of carbohydrates, which are sugar and starch. Food items like rice, bread, potatoes and sugar contain carbohydrates. There are some items which contains carbohydrates like rice, potatoes and sugar. Now fats. Fats provides us more energy than carbohydrates. They are also known as energy giving foods. They help to keep our body warm. They are stored in the body for future use, but excess of fat causes health hazards. Butter, ghee, nuts like walnuts and peanuts and oils obtained from fish, sunflower, coconut, olives, soya beans, etc. are rich sources of fats. Now, fats also give us energy to provide, fats also give us energy to perform these activities like work, play, walk, study, jump, skip. Okay, so and but fats provides us more energy in order to carbohydrates or in comparison to the carbohydrates. Okay, मतलब carbohydrates से fats जो होते हैं वो ज़्यादा energy provide करते हैं. Okay, now fats are also known as the energy giving foods. Carbohydrates and fats, these both are the energy giving foods. Okay, so if I ask you that name some energy giving food, you can give the example of the fats also and carbohydrates also. Now they also keep our body warm. It helps our body to keep warm, or it maintains our body temperature. Okay, now they are stored in the body for future use, but excess of fat causes health hazards. Yes, the fats is stored as fats gives us energy, but it gets stored in our body just for future use. But when there is an excess of fat in our body, it causes health hazards. Okay. Now, like butter, ghee, nuts like walnuts and peanuts, and oils which are obtained from fish, sunflower, coconut, olive, soya bean, these are the example of fats, or they are the rich sources of fats. Now, proteins. Proteins are the nutrients that build the body by making new body cells. Hence, it is important to include sources of proteins in our diets, especially for growing children. They are also called bodybuilding foods. Proteins also help to repair the injured parts of the body. Milk, eggs, meat, nuts, pulses and beans are rich in proteins. Now, proteins are the nutrients which helps our body to build the body, okay, or just to make new body cells. It is very important to include in our diet, or as they are as it includes the sources of proteins, as protein is also very important component of food items. Okay. Now, especially growing children's, the children's like you all are in a growing age, like that only the small children's also. So you all need proteins which will help you to grow properly. Okay. Now, they are called, proteins are also known as bodybuilding foods. Now, proteins helps our body to repair the injured part of the body. Injured part of the body means when you get any injury, then the proteins which you get from a food item, that helps you to repair, or that helps your body to repair that injured part of the body. Okay. Suppose you went for a cycling and you got an injury, then what does your mother do? She gives you the milk. So milk is a rich source of protein, and it helps you or your body to repair the injured part of our body. Now, milk, egg, meat, nuts, pulses and beans are the example of proteins, or we can say that they are rich in proteins. Now, vitamins. Vitamins help our body to fight diseases. These are required in small quantities to keep us healthy. These are also very important for the proper functioning of eyes, nerves, germs, and for our skin also. Now, vitamins helps our body to fight the diseases, or to fight against diseases. They are required in very small quantity just to keep us healthy. But vitamins is also very important for us. They are also very important for the proper functioning of eyes, nerves, germs and gums, and for our skin also. Vitamins is very important for our eyes, nerves, gums. Gums means the gums of your teeth. So the gums, and for your skin also. If there is a proper or a sufficient amount of vitamin present in your body, then your eyes, nerves, gums and your skin will function properly, or they will look healthy. Okay. Now see page number 41. Now, minerals. Minerals are also required in small quantities by our body for smooth functioning. They keep us fit and healthy. They help in the formation of bones, teeth and blood. Some of the important minerals required by our body are calcium, potassium, sodium, iodine and iron. Fresh fruits, leafy vegetables, milk, meat, fish and liver are rich in vitamins and minerals. As both vitamins and minerals protect our body from diseases, these are also called protective foods. Now, what does the minerals do, or what is the work of why minerals are needed? Minerals are required in very small quantities by our body just to function smoothly. Okay. Now, it keeps us fit and healthy. It helps in the formation of bones, teeth, and blood. It helps in the formation of bones, teeth, and blood of our body, and blood in our body. Then some of the important minerals are required by our body, like calcium, potassium, sodium, iodine, and iron. There are some important minerals which are required by our body, that are calcium, potassium, sodium, iodine, and iron. And fresh fruits and leafy vegetables, milk, meat, fish, and liver are these are also olive liver are also are rich in vitamins and minerals, or we can say that these are also the examples of vitamins and minerals. As both vitamins and minerals protect our body from diseases, yes, both minerals and vitamins protects our body from diseases, and they are known as the protective foods. Now, roughage. Roughage consists of the fiber present in our body. Although it cannot be digested by the body, it adds bulk to the food and helps in proper bowel movement. Therefore, it is necessary for the proper functioning of the digestive system. Now, what does the roughage do? Roughage it consists of the fiber. It consists fiber which is present in our food. Now, although if the roughage cannot be digested by our body, it adds a bulk to the body and helps in proper bowel movement. Therefore, it is necessary for the proper functioning of the digestive system. So, it is very important for the proper functioning of the digestive system. Now, water. Water forms 3/4 of our body weight and maintains balance of fluids in our body. It removes waste from the body in the form of sweat and urine. This liquid waste removal lowers the amount of water in the body and we feel thirsty. Now, water forms 3/4 of our body. It means that from our body weight, the 3/4 weight is of water only. It maintains the balance of fluids in our body. Water maintains the balance of fluids which are present in our body. It removes the waste from our body in the form of sweat and urine. The waste which is collected or formed by the food which we have consumed from, so that waste is removed by our body in the form of sweat and urine only. Okay, so now this liquid waste removal lowers the amount of water in the body and we feel thirsty. The liquid waste removal means the sweat and the urine. It is the waste removal which lowers the amount of water present in our body, and because of this only we feel thirsty also. Now turn to the page number 42. Now, water maintains body temperature and helps us to work well. It is food it is good for us to drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water every day. Our diet should have all the nutrients in right quantities along with roughage and water. Such a diet is called a balanced diet. The water maintains our body temperature as well as it helps us to work properly. Okay, so it is very good for us just to drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water every day, and it's my advice also to you all, to all of you, that you should always drink 6 to 8 glasses of water in a day. Our diet should have all the nutrients in right quantities along with the roughage and water. Our diet and the diet which have all the nutrients in right quantities with the roughage and water, that is known as the balanced diet. Now, the preparation of food. Raw food. Some food items are eaten raw, such as fruits. Some vegetables like carrots, cabbages, radishes and cucumbers can also be eaten raw as salad. These food items contain large amount of vitamins and minerals which get destroyed if they are cooked. We also eat sprouted grains like grams and pulses that are rich in vitamins and proteins. Now, preparation of food, like we prepare a food in different types, or we eat different types of food, like we eat raw food, we eat cooked food. Okay, now see the raw food. Raw food means like there are some food items which we eat raw, like fruits. We just cut it and eat it. But there are some vegetables also which are eaten raw only, like carrots, cabbages, radishes and cucumbers. But they can be eaten raw as salad. In salad, we eat vegetables, cabbages, radishes, cucumbers as a raw food item. Okay. Now, these food items contains large amount of vitamins and minerals. Yes, there is a good amount of minerals and vitamins present in this type of food item, as well as which get destroyed if they are cooked. Now, if we will cook the carrots, cabbages, radishes and cucumbers, then what will happen? These the good amount of vitamins and minerals which are present in this will be destroyed. So we also eat sprouted grains like gram and pulses that are rich in vitamins and proteins. We also eat sprout grains like grams and pulses. Okay. Now we should always remember to wash the raw food items before eating, which removes the dust and germs from it. Now let's see the cooked food. Most food items need to be cooked besides making the food tasty. Cooking makes it softer and easier to digest. Cooking also kills the germs present in the food. Now, what the cooked food? Cooked food items is beside. No. There are some food items which are needed to be cooked. Besides making the food tasty, the cooking makes it softer and easier also. Then as the cooked food is tasty or soft or easy to digest, again in comparison to the raw materials, okay, so like that only, cooking kills the germs which are present in our body also. It kills the germs present in the food. So cooking. Turn The page number 40. Now, sometimes different cooking methods destroy the nutrients present in food and hence the food loses its nutritive value. For example, when we boil vegetables in excess water, lots of vitamins get dissolved in water. If we throw this water away, we will lose the vitamins present in it. Therefore, we should use this water for making curry or soup, or we should cook the food in just enough water. Overcooking also destroys the nutrients present in food. Now, yes, sometimes what happens, the different cooking methods destroys the nutrients present in our food, and that makes our food or hence the food loses its nutritive value. The food becomes less in its nutritive value. The nutritive value becomes less. Okay. Now, for example, when we boil the vegetables in excess water, what happens? Lot of vitamins get resolved in water, and if we will throw that water, what will happen? We will lose all the vitamins which present in it, and after or therefore what we should do, not to so that we can consume that vitamins, we should use that water just for making curry or soup, or we should use that water to cook the food, or we should cook the food in enough water only. Now, overcooking of food also destroys the nutrients present in body. Different ways of cooking. We can cook food in different ways like steaming, boiling, frying, roasting and baking. Food cooked by steaming does not lose its nutrients. Food items like idlis are prepared in steam. The dough used for making it is first fermented by leaving it overnight. Fermented food is more nutritious. Foods like rice, eggs and pulses are boiled and eaten. Puris are fried in oil and brinjal and meat are roasted. We also eat cakes, pastries and biscuits which are baked. Now, there are some other ways of cooking also, like steaming, boiling, frying, roasting and baking. Now, the food cooked by steaming does not lose its nutrients. The food items like idlis, okay, so idlis are prepared by steaming, so it does not loses its nutrients. Okay, and the dough which is used for making it is first fermented by leaving it for overnight. Fermented food is more nutritious. Fermented means just to keep a food item for a overnight, just to get it set. Okay, or the khameer kiya hua, we can say, the fermented. So foods like rice, eggs and pulses are boiled and eaten. Rice, we eat rice, egg, pulses just by boiling. Then puris are fried in oil. Brinjals and meats are roasted. Then we also eat cakes, pastries and biscuits. So these all are baked, as brinjal and meat are roasted. Okay, now we will study the food preservation in our next class. For today only this much. Now thank you class, and your homework is to read chapter 5.